Jordan Love has a higher ceiling. He's the one that's not ready to play right now. He needs to be developed a little bit more. But he has more of that playmaker gene to him, play off script, make things happen. It's not always how it's drawn up on the play card. You got to be able to adjust and react and make plays. And I think that's where Jordan Love has an advantage over somebody like Herbert, but he's not going to be ready to play right away.
I want you to talk more about Jordan Love because that's not a guy that a lot of our listeners will probably have too much information on, didn't play at a big power school. What do you like about Jordan Love? Where do you project him to go?
Yeah, I think he's my 18th overall player. So I have him as a top 20 talent in this draft, and I would not be surprised if he ended up going, kind of in the early teens. When you look at the draft order, there's kind of like two quarterback rows. You look at 5, 6, and 7. That's the first run of quarterbacks you're going to see with the Dolphins, the Chargers, and the Panthers. And then you get down to that next wave where you start talking about the Raiders at 12, the Colts at 13, the Bucks at 14. I wouldn't be surprised if 12, 13, 14, if Jordan Love ended up slotting into one of those spots.
Jordan Love, quarterback, Utah State right now, looking at potentially a first-round draft pick. But like you said, you like the idea of Jordan Love as a playmaker, despite maybe being raw right now, as a guy that has a bigger upside than a guy like Justin Herbert.
Yeah, and I think if you go back and watch Jordan Love 2018, he had a better cast around him. He had a better system around him that he was comfortable in. And, he played really well. And you go look at 2019 tape, and the numbers are not good. I mean, he had, the differential of 3 in terms of touchdowns and picks, like 20-17. So the turnovers were way up. Well, the kid lost 9 starters on offense. He lost his offensive coordinator, his head coach. So it just there was not a lot around him, and he started to try to play hero ball, try and make things happen that weren't there and force some footballs and turn the ball over. But in terms of arm talent, athletic ability, like I said, playmaking ability, you see all that in the 2018 version of Jordan Love, and you draft him, you're hoping that's the one you're getting.